inflation's going to hit everywhere. It's not just going to be the United States, it's going to be through a lot of different places. Hello, this is Derek and it is the 7th of August 2009. In this video I'm going to be talking about some changes that are happening, some prophecies if you will, mainly towards the monetary economic system, but I will talk a little bit about spirituality. I will open this video up talking about spirituality. Today what happened is I had some energy work done, which is mainly working with your chakras, trying to remove negative energy, at the same point adding positive energy to yourself. And what I like about this is it really does seem to make a big difference, because I've been doing this now for about 3 years now, and literally I've had a massive change as far as just being open with things, accepting things, loving things. It has made a world of difference, to the point where of the best years of my life, the top 3 are the last 3 years itself. So I also did some kinesiology along the way to help get me some timeline for the predictions I just know are going to happen. So we'll get through them in a little bit, but normally I pay in cash to someone who does this. It's almost like the black market, if you will. But that's what's coming very soon. I don't like the term black market, maybe new market, I don't know. I just don't like the word black, because to me it's a better economic system. And normally, like I say, I'd pay cash. This time I offered the same value I normally pay in cash in silver, and she gladly accepted it. And that made me feel really good, because instead of just being greedy and hoarding the silver you can, giving it back also. But I was telling her, you know what, either you take the cash or you take the silver. If you take the silver, I'm going to take the same amount of money and just buy new silver anyway. It doesn't matter to me either way. So that's what I want to get into, is trading more of real assets back, the stuff in which I've already purchased, to prepare myself. And it's even a better feeling than that, because you're helping somebody else out prepare for the dollar situation, although she's doing a great job with what she's doing anyway. So I'm going to go through some predictions, as I wrote down some timelines for when I expect some stuff happen. I'll also go through some other stuff that I pretty much know is going to happen also. So the first thing is, it's a major spiritual shift that's coming into play. I wanted to find it when my next big one and when the world's next big one is coming in. And I will be in line, apparently, with the rest of the world as far as the next shift, which is set to occur within 1 or 2 months time from now. So we're looking at the month of September. And there seems to be a lot of energy that I'm picking up for the month of September, both on a spiritual level and on an economic level. Webbot has already came and said that the United States is going to lose its value as its #1 currency. So most likely what's going to happen is you'll see maybe the Chinese currency or the euro or something else take over as the #1 currency. But realistically speaking, every single dollar is bound to collapse. It's just that the American one is next. I'm not going to say the American one is first, and we've already had Zimbabwe and Argentina and among other countries go through from what it's going to. So I asked when the next economic phase is going to happen. It's within the same time frame. Roughly you're going to notice it starts September and into early October for the next economic phase. And really it's most likely going to be a major devaluation of the dollar. I never asked exactly what it would be, but you know what, it's just some of these instinctive feelings that you go with. I have learned over time to trust your instincts more than your mind, because it seems that my instinct is right 2/3 of the time and my mind is wrong 2/3 of the time. So that being the case, I'm going to trust my instincts. As far as silver and assets being accepted over the dollar. We're looking at a roughly around 1 to 2 year time frame. And Webbot has already came out that this is going to be a 1 year thing as far as the devaluation and the death of the dollar. So when we get to the end of 2010 and into 2011, most likely most of the trades are going to be in form of like gold and silver, but it's going to be all kinds of assets. We're trading food for energy. We're trading just even blank pieces of paper, like 1,000 pieces of paper for silver. Who knows? I mean, that's the type of deal I see this coming. As far as silver is concerned, I wanted to get a value of where it would be American dollars. This is through kinesiology, whether this is right or not. Like I say, I trust my instincts 2/3 of the time, and I do take the information I get with a grain of salt, as most people should also with most information you get. In the next couple months, don't expect silver to get over $20, but expect it to go a lot higher. In the next 6 months, silver should top around $60, and in the next year, around $140 to $150. Also within the next year, I'm expecting a 2 to 4 increase of silver over gold. So if silver is going to go from, say, $15 to $150, I would expect gold to go from 1,000 to 3,000 or 4,000 as we move in towards the year of where the dollar goes through its devaluing process. That this is going to be a monster year, and the year pretty much starts in a couple months from now, pretty much from Halloween or October of 2009 into the latter part of the year 2010. A lot of this happens to go with the fundamentals of how the money is backed, how money is created, and how inflation works. So there's going to be a lot of inflation over the next little while. Now, as far as the Americans versus other countries are concerned, I'm expecting the United States to have a higher inflation rate over Canada. I'm already noticing this now with the gas prices, as it seems as if the Canadian gas prices are coming very close to the American prices, and historically speaking, it's always been a lot more expensive for American gas when you do the conversion of ounces into liters and US dollars into Canadian dollars. But inflation's going to hit everywhere. It's not just going to be the United States, it's going to be through a lot of different places. And yes, not everything is going to inflate in price, but what's got the more demand and the lower supply is going to inflate more, especially the necessity items, because the demand that we're going to have amongst the next few years is going to be that of what we need. Water, food, anything to do with agriculture, energy, backup power generators. Those are the type of things that are going to inflate over the next little while. So all of this needless spending type of items, a lot of them are going to actually reduce in value. And even if, say, inflation gets out of control, maybe it might only go up 6, 7%, 5%, only 5%. And that will still be deflation because of the fact that it's not going up anywhere near what inflation is going up at. So I've been talking a lot about when the big things are going to happen. I do expect it to be September into October, and this is most likely going to be that big halfway point change. So twice a cycle we go through big changes, at the start of the cycle and at the middle of the cycle. The last time we had a start of a cycle change was the turn of the century. That's when we had the NASDAQ bubble burst. That's when we had the 9/11 attacks. Huge events. The last one before that was the 30s and the 40s, which was the economic depression, stock market crash, and World War II. The one before that was around 1750, and most political historians know what happened around that time frame. So we're going to have big changes, it looks like. I do highly recommend preparing for this because time is short. I cannot go on all the time saying get out of the dollar because it's not going to be long before these silver bullions are going to go for $40, $50, $60 a coin. They'll still be good value, but you might get, if you buy it now, you'll get more of a supply now. So thank you for watching. Have yourself a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.